everyone, it's Magical Mariri. I feel like I never introduced myself like that. But anyway, hi everyone. I recently made a poll on my community tab for what kind of video you'd like to see from me. And I was so surprised that you guys actually wanted to see a book video. So I have made a small collection of my favorite manga to share with you guys today. And at the end of the video, I'll also share what I'm currently reading, which is not all manga, but maybe you'll like some of the books and we can talk about books in the comments. So yeah, let me show you my favorite manga. Alright, so I'm not gonna say they're in a specific order because I like all of these quite a bit. But I will say my favorite manga of all time, Yotsuba! This manga is the cutest. I only have the first 3 volumes to show you, but this manga is so fun. It's good for anyone. It's about a little girl and she's adopted by this cool guy, and it's just like, it's literally just like her experiences in the world, and it's super wholesome and super sweet. And I believe there's 15 volumes in total. I read every single one, and that was actually one of the first, oh look how old this one is. It was actually one of the first manga I ever read. It was so good, it was so good, and this is like the one I recommend to everyone because it's super easy to read, and it's just really freaking wholesome and cute, and Yotsuba is so cute. And actually, while I'm on this author, I'm gonna mess this up. Kiyohiko Azuma? Well, the same author also wrote Azuma ga Daioh, which is another really great series. I have the giant omnibus version. This is another really awesome series, another really easy, digestible, super fun. I'm sure you've seen clips of this.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you.
Oh my god! This one's actually a bit of a different one. It's a bunch of just short stories collected together that do sort of make like a full story. There's actually, oh, there's a colored page in here. But yeah, this one is so fun. This is a classic. So if you like this one, you'd probably also like Yotsuba. I feel like this one's a bit more popular than Yotsuba because it does have an anime, which I really want Yotsuba to have an anime. But I don't think we'll ever get one, but that would be awesome. But yes, I love Azuma ga Daioh as well. Same author, same art style, but just another really great story. And I actually was reading this in my senior year of high school. That's when I first read it. And actually, they end up graduating high school, I believe, at the end of the story, or they're going to college or something. And I was just like, oh my gosh, they're just like me. But it's such a good story. And I love, it's so silly. That's the best part, is you can actually have a full-on chuckle while reading this. So that's gonna be my number 2. Now, like I said, they're not like in a specific order, although these are definitely up there. Next, of course, I want to talk about some magical girls, which, of course, I have the classic Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. I only have the first 3 volumes of this one too. Sailor Moon is a classic. It's always so good to read. And the art in it is so beautiful. I'm actually really inspired by a lot of these panels. Like, look at how, I just love how, how do you say her name? Naoko Tekuchi? I just love her panel layout so much, and obviously this one's iconic. Oh no, there's a sticker. Oh, that's so sad. Somebody, oh, can I get it off? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I buy all my books secondhand, so they're not always perfect, but it's such a classic. If you haven't read it, I'm very surprised. You should. But it's a very good series, as well as Sailor V, or Codename Sailor V. That one's really fun too. And speaking of magical girl, I am trying to expand my magical girl manga. I have also read the Madoka Magica manga. This one's the omnibus as well. I will say I prefer the anime actually, because I believe the anime was actually first and then they made a manga adaptation. I'm not sure if that's right. But I do prefer the anime a little bit. It feels more cohesive, but I do like the manga a lot. The art style in here is also I really like the art style. Look at how cute. Oh, look at that. So cool. But yeah, I'm also I'm not currently reading, but I started reading Tokyo Mew Mew, and I've bought some of the manga for Cardcaptor Sakura, so I also want to read those. So this list might change as the future goes on, but I do really like these ones. Okay, next up is my favorite romance, which I actually made a whole nother video about. This is Say I Love You. I don't know why, I really like it. It's actually one of the first romance manga I read. And okay, there are some okay, ooh, they're gonna kiss. Anyway, it is really good. I don't know why. It's kind of cheesy, but I actually really enjoy how the author goes about character relationships and character mindsets. Like, we really get a deep dive into all the characters and we understand why they all act the way they do. It's a very, like, I don't know. It feels like such teenager angst though, and I don't know. I just really like it. Also, another thing, I love whenever an author has like a little, I love when they have like a little bonus interview or, you know, a note from the author. I love when we have those. Yes, these are some of my favorite things to read because I am also an inspiring manga creator, and I just like hearing about their process and their mindset while creating all these wonderful stories. I love the art in this one too. I feel like it's so unique but really pretty, and I don't know. I just really like it. It's really good, and I very much recommend it. If you want to know more about this series, I will link the other video I made on it. It's a bit old, and the art in it is kind of old, but I really like that one. And then I think my final, like, top favorite, I'm gonna put I Had That Same Dream Again. I Had That Same Dream Again is such a wonderful book. This is a complete series. It's just one chunky book. It's about this little girl and let me read. High schooler who hurts herself, a young woman spurned by society, an old woman spending her twilight years in quiet solitude. While Nanoka, a grade schooler with few friends, gets to know these three very different people. I don't know. There's a big spoiler in this. If anyone has read this, please, I want to talk about it because the ending had a really big plot twist, but it's a manga that makes you think. I pulled quite a few good quotes from here. It's something that's really like, I don't know, you want to like go back and analyze it because there's just so many wonderful little moments in here that really make you think about your life and how you spend your life. It's also just really precious, and you get to follow this little girl as she goes and makes these relationships you wouldn't expect her to make. Not like romantic at all. It's just like she befriends people that you wouldn't expect her to befriend. Then like at the end there's like a big plot twist and you're like, oh my gosh, what? And it all makes sense, and I don't know, it's really good. Although I will say it does cover some sensitive topics, so, you know, warning on that, but it is really good read. Alright, so I also wanted to do some honorable mentions because I have some other manga I really like. First I'm going to start with Arisa. So actually this artist, she also wrote Kitchen Princess. I have yet to read Kitchen Princess. I'm sure I will love it though. But the Arisa, I haven't finished this. That's why it's an honorable mention. So maybe I won't like the story by the end of it. But I've really liked the first 2 volumes. I still need to read the 3rd one. But basically it's about these 2 twin sisters. One of them gets like a coma, and the other sister's like, I'm gonna pretend to be her. And so she like goes as her sister into like school and stuff, and she finds out that the school is really freaking weird. And she has to solve why her sister got in a coma, because it was not, there's some sneaky things, like maybe somebody forced her to do the things she did. But the art style is amazing. I love early 2000s manga quite a bit. As you can see, most of my list is actually early 2000s manga. And then, you know what? Keeping up with the early 2000s. I am here. This one is also super cute. Ima Toyama, she also wrote, I believe, Pixie Pop, I think. I really like this story. This girl has like an online blog because nobody talks to her at school. So she makes an online blog so she can talk to the people on the internet. And eventually a few people start reading her blog and commenting, and she's so happy because people are actually interacting with her. And it turns out that some of those people are actually in her school. So it's really cute. It's also a romance. I really like this one. I have the second book that's on my TBR right now, so I can't wait to read the second one because then I will have completed the series. Sorry for the lighting change, my camera died. My next favorite manga is actually not a manga at all. It is, well, it looks like a manga. I will say that. It's actually written, I believe, by American authors, but it was drawn by Shihei. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, but I've read more stuff that she has drawn, and this actually was one of the beginning manga that I read. Well, it's not technically manga, but I count it because it looks like it. And this one is really okay, it is quite old, so some of the art is a little outdated, but this one's really cute. It's about Luna, who is an agent. She was born in the lab, and her whole like sole purpose is to, you know, like find out secrets for the government, and she's kind of a ninja girl, and she's really cute, and there's like a little bit of a romance going on, and it's like very cute high school drama kind of. She's learning kind of how to be human as well, which I always love those kinds of stories. And this is the nice omnibus. I have read the whole thing, but it is honorable mention because technically not a real manga, but I count it because it's cute. And then my last honorable mention, again, is technically, I mean, it says it's a manga, but it is iffy. It's the My Little Pony manga. This one is so cute. I believe there's only 3 to 5 volumes available, but they are super hard to get your hands on. I only have the first volume. I would love to read the other ones, very much so, but it is so cute. And I believe, yes, the artist is the same artist as Amazing Agent Luna, but much farther in the future. So yeah, 2019, so she's definitely upgraded her art style. Also, the ponies are so, okay, that's not very cute, but they're mostly very cute and squishy and adorable, and these are just fun little stories, and they're really precious. I think they're really adorable. There's the Flim Flam brothers and Applejack. So many cute drawings in here. So I wanted to include that on my honorable mention as well. So that's pretty much it for my favorite mangas. Of course, this list may change as I read more manga. I have not read nearly enough manga in my lifetime, but I plan to read much more. Actually, at one point, it was a goal of mine to read every single manga in my high school. I did not achieve that goal because there was a lot, but I read quite a few of them. Anyway, that is it for the manga section of today's video, but I do have more books that I would like to share with you if you want to hear about them. These are the books that I am currently reading, so not just manga, but other books too. And right now I'm reading around 10 to 11 books, which I know sounds like a lot, but I like to have lots of options to choose from because I'm kind of a mood reader, so I read how I feel, and sometimes I don't want to read, you know, action. Maybe I want to read mystery. I don't know. Anyways, so let me show you what I'm reading now. So I have a problem with going to the library too much. Is that really a problem? I don't know. But so I do have about half of these books are library books, so I'll show you those first. Oh, also, by the way, before I get into this, I like reading books that are young adults or younger. I just think they're really fun and fantastical, so I don't read a lot of like adult books. So this is a comic book. It's called Mouse Guard. So I accidentally started reading this series because I picked up this book, which was actually like a collection of a bunch of artists inserting their own stories and characters into this world, and I thought it was really interesting. So I decided to actually pick up the real book, and let me show you. I think the art style in this is really cool, and again, as an aspiring comic or manga artist, I think there's a lot to be learned from all different kinds of art styles and things. I also love me a good adventure fantasy story, and that seems like this is exactly that, but with mice. I haven't actually started reading this yet, but it does look really good. The second one, so I've been on a little bit of an American Girl doll kick. And one of my American Girl dolls was Julie. So I picked up her book, and it's just a fun little book. I don't know, it's alright. I've read up to here, on page 33. It's not a bad book by any means, but you know, it is definitely for like younger. So this is starting to get a little too young for my taste. I just find that I gravitate towards those kinds of stories because they are fun to me. This one is also meant for younger audiences, but I think anyone can read it. It's Brave Adventures by, it's a little cut off because I'm blocking my library code thing, but this is by Cody Peterson, who is a YouTuber, and I think he's pretty cool. I don't know anything really about him. Maybe he's not cool, but I have been enjoying reading this actually because this one talks about like his experiences filming and meeting animals, and if you don't know, I love animals, so I think that that's really cool. Also, there is a little like inspirational tidbits sprinkled throughout here. I'll put a quote on the screen that I liked from the book. I personally love reading through people's experiences. So it is really cool to actually like kind of almost get like first-hand info of his experiences. Also, there's illustrations in here, which I really like, and the pages are like, I don't know, oh, this is fun. Wait, this is a funny image. But yeah, I don't know, it's been a fun, interesting read. Yeah, this is the guy. It is interesting learning about like his filming things and his mindset. And he gives some pretty good, like, what's the word? Motive, I guess? Like, he's, like, motivational, I guess, in some way. And I really appreciate that. Next up, I'm reading this book, which, actually, so, it's the Dear America series, so it has, basically, it's, like, fake historical diaries. And I really I love, like, diary stuff. Actually, would love to read more, like, diary things. Like, at some point, once I feel brave enough, I want to read Anne Frank's diary. I would love to read that at some point. That's a real diary. This is fictional, but these are actually pretty well researched, so that is really nice. And this one specifically is about the Mayflower, which it's been interesting. I've been reading, so it starts out with them on the boat, and then eventually it goes to them actually on the land. And like it's like the settlers of the new world, whatever. And it's been really interesting. I've read one of these before. I read one about the Salem witch trials, which that one I actually read that about a year ago. And this one is pretty interesting. It is kind of sad though, because obviously historically people died a lot more than they do now. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster reading this one, but I am enjoying it so far, and I think the historical aspect is fun too, because I love learning about like history, especially how people lived their day-to-day lives in history, and this kind of scratches that itch. So yeah, but the cool thing about this one, now I'm gonna go into my personal collection of books, but it's actually written by the same author. This one specifically, not all of them are written by the same author, but this one specifically is written by the same author who wrote Guardians of Ga'Hoole. And I'm actually reading, so it's Catherine Lasky, and I'm actually reading Guardians of Ga'Hoole right now. This is the second book. I am not that far in. I love this so much. I would have loved this so much as a kid too. Like, this is like bird version of warrior cats almost, and it is so good. If you've seen the movies, I feel like a lot of people have seen the movies. This is like, it's so good. And it's like one of those books that's like, don't blindly trust authority. Especially if they've kidnapped you, because that's kind of what's happened in this story. Is they kidnap these baby birds and they're forced to do these weird things that brainwash them, and they end up like eating each other and stuff. It's pretty gruesome in some ways, but it is a really fun read, and I really like her writing. I also have another one of her books about polar bears of the ice. I want to read that one soon too, probably after I finish this series. This is my last library book, and this one I believe is not a middle schooler aged group book. This one is The Rose Bargain. I wanted to try something different. I believe this is YA, romance, fantasy kind of thing. This one intrigued me because it's set in like the 1800s, Regency era-ish. It's pretty interesting. There's this queen who is immortal because she's a fairy, and she makes bargains with all these people, but they have to like give something up. So, you know, girls will often wish to have a prettier face, but they'll lose a toe. So it is interesting. I will say it's a little, I don't know, I don't want to say anything bad about it because I am enjoying it. Like I'm enjoying, but I am like aware that it is a little cliche in some ways. Like the main character has to kind of choose between two brothers, and there's like enemies to lovers and stuff, but it is like entertaining, I will say. But I am enjoying it. But I am like aware that it is a little cringy at the same time, but like in a good way. I don't know. But this is also not my normal. I don't really read a lot of romance, even though I like romance. I read more romance manga than I do actual books. So I think this is pretty popular. I don't know if this series specifically is very popular, but I know that this style of romance is pretty popular among book people of today. So I wanted to give it a shot. I am curious to see how it'll go. I do feel like I know what's gonna happen though, and that is a little not my favorite thing, but it's okay. So last year around this time I actually started this book, and I'm finally finishing it. It is Magic by Angie Sage. This book is so good. If you're looking for like a Harry Potter alternative, this is the book for you. There is actually a full series of these books. I want to say there's like 7 or 8 of volumes, and look how chunky. I'm getting there. I'm almost there. I've been listening to the audiobook and reading it, and honestly, it is one of those books that once you start reading it, you can't put it down. It has adventure. Obviously, there's magic system in here. There's a switched at birth kind of thing going on here, and there's like chase scenes in here, and there's the magic system in here I feel is pretty unique. There's shield bugs, which I think, yes, there's one here. Their sole purpose is to protect whoever releases them from their cage. I don't know. It's really interesting. I have really been enjoying it, and I have all the books. That's the problem. I haven't finished this first book, but now I am. I'm very close, and I'm actively reading it, like, as we speak. So I'm going to finish it this week. I will do it. Alright, next up I have a couple classics that I'm reading. So first one is The Secret Garden. I love this book. My mom used to read this to me at night. I really wanted to read it for myself as an adult, to experience it all over again. And honestly, I have really been enjoying it. It has taken me quite a bit of time to get to this point in the book, because it is older, so it does kind of speak more fancy, and I take a little longer to process sentences with these kinds of books. But oh my gosh, it's been so magical. It is a classic for a reason. I've really been enjoying this one so much, and it reminds me so much of my childhood. One time when I was younger, my mom and I actually went to a play, and we saw The Secret Garden as a play, and it was beautiful. And every time I'm reading this, I get little like snippets of memories from the play happening while I'm reading it. And it's actually really nice. I can't wait to finish it. I don't remember how it ends, so I'm curious to see where it's gonna go. And then my next classic is Black Beauty. I was obsessed with this book as a child. This one is like a new Barnes & Noble edition, which is like super pretty. My troubles are all over and I am at home. Oh, it's so good. It's very sad at times. It's very sweet at times too, but it's also, I don't know, it's a bit heart-wrenching at times. But I love this book. If you love animals, there's some really good messages in here about like treating animals fairly, and it's very much against any kind of animal cruelty. And I love animals, so I have really been enjoying this one as well. I have been also back interested in Tinkerbell, and I found this Prilla's Prize, which Prilla is so cute. She's only in the book series, and I recently read like a comic version with her in it, and I found this really beautifully illustrated version. Like, look at that, so pretty. I love it. I just love things that are whimsical. Oh my goodness. And Prilla is so cute. I feel like if I was a fairy, I'd be like Prilla. I really like the Disney fairies. I love fairies in general. I love magical, whimsical things. So I feel like this might not be a surprise. Also, look, it's glittery. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then my final book, which is related to one of my honorable mentions, is I Am Here, but the second omnibus. So once I finish this one, I will have finished the I Am Here series. And I'm very curious to see which boy she ends up with. If she ends up with one of them, I don't know. Maybe she won't. Those are all the books I'm currently reading, which is quite a lot, but that's okay. Anyway, so I think that's it for this video here. There are just so many wonderful books in the world. I am a big bookworm. If you like books, if you like manga and anime and VTubers and stuff, then maybe you'll like my content. I don't make a lot of book content, but if this does well, then I will happily make more book content, because if I'm not drawing or playing video games, I'm very likely reading a book. So I would love to be able to talk more about my books. And I'm actually so happy that you guys, my girafflings, voted for me to talk about books. I could talk about books all day. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like, maybe like a Mariri book club kind of thing, I don't know, I'd be interested in maybe doing something like that monthly. I could maybe tell you about the books that I've read each month and what I'm going to read. I feel like that could be really fun to do together, or I could stream that too. I don't know, we'll see. If you made it this far into the video, then comment. What should you comment? Why don't you comment a giraffe book emoji with a pink sparkly heart? Is that too many? Or maybe if you just comment a book emoji, then I'll know that you've made it this far into the video. And if you have made it this far into the video, thank you very much for listening to me ramble about books that may or may not be interesting. I know my book tastes are not quite the norm. I don't know, I feel like those books have a certain sense of adventure to them that you just don't find in like modern day books or even like adult books. I will say like Lord of the Rings definitely captures that, but it's almost too serious, if that makes sense. I love Lord of the Rings, do not get me wrong. Lord of the Rings is like one of my favorite series of all time, movie or otherwise, but you know what I mean? I feel like there's like a certain sense of seriousness with Lord of the Rings that you don't get so much with like Warrior Cats or Guardians of Gahul, because they're fighting cats that fight each other, or owls that are trying to overthrow the government. I don't know, I feel like there's just a fun whimsy about that. If you like books that are probably a bit too young for you as well, please let me know, because I think it's an untapped, cool place to be. But I am also interested in any book recommendations that you guys might want to give. If there's something that you see that you think I would like inspired by the books that I have in front of you now, then I would love to know. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching this video, and seriously, if you want me to make more bookish content, then let me know, because I will do it. And yeah, I hope you all are doing well. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me and all that wonderful stuff. And I will see you guys very soon. If you want to see more of me, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I stream every week, except this week because I'm on vacation. But I stream every week, and I also post art to Instagram. I'm also on Twitter and TikTok and all those things. You can find them in the link in the description. Otherwise, I will see you all very soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day or week or night or morning or evening, whatever time. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. Okay, bye.